Good evening, everyone here at Speed Gaming 3, and welcome to round one of the Super Metroid Randomizer League Season 4 playoffs. This will be our
Playoffs.
opening match. We will have Southern Route, represented by Kip, facing off against Tenacious 3, represented by Not Now Gwen. My name's DJ Webb, and with me is Salty Pigeon. How's it going?
Oh, not so salty today. Pretty excited. Playoffs are starting. Kip and Gwen. I know them both well thanks to the season. This is gonna be a fun one, man.
Yeah, it was a bit of a long week off as far as we had some very constant randomizer action coming at you for about 7 weeks, and then then we let some other people take over. But we're back, and hopefully we can get things kicked off with a heck of a match here. This is a 1 versus 4 match as far as where these teams finished in the division. Southern Route was they ended up the only team with one loss, so they are the overall number one seed. Not that really matters, but Kip, one of the best runners we have in the league. Gwen, I believe, is new to the league this season, so as well as I think her whole team. So this should be an interesting match. We'll see if how these runners do. It's been we've had our suits chosen as far as what each player will run in the playoffs since the beginning of the season. So everyone's known what this is going to be for a while. Hopefully we've had plenty of practice and we can get a good race in here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. both both Kip and Gwen are the power players for their team, so they get the Chozo mode. I'm surprised Kip isn't doing dash, but but that's okay. Yeah, this should be a good one. So for Chozo, all of our Chozo statues, 25 locations. 3 or 4 of them are pseudo Chozo locations, but it's going to be a pretty straightforward seed because we know where all the majors are going to be. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Super's in the ceiling. That's nice to see early.
Yeah, this was the mode we played back in week 5 just a little bit ago. So people have seen this mode before, whether these runners played or not, or people that have been watching have been keeping up with this. So yeah, it was week 5 was definitely an interesting week. A lot of people had some interesting observations about the relative I guess flow of this mode is how I would describe it. These can definitely be pretty straightforward, and they can also they can get a little bit tricky, but not quite as tricky as some of our other settings. So yeah, this is definitely one where you want to get your stuff and you want to go pretty quickly, and yeah,
Yeah,
your movement ability gonna be more important than it could be in some other modes.
we know everything's going to be a Chozo statue for majors or a boss prize, but the game could just send you up and down for the progression. So we might see some sequence breaks that way. Just depending on what we do. BT's the obvious next choice for both runners here, as it's on the way. And we'll see if any divergence comes from that. Probably Red Tower will be the divergence again, because Alpha PBs is now one of those bigger items as is 230 missiles.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those modes where the opportunities for divergence can be few and far between. It really just depends on what items you get in what sequence. Obviously, coming here to this Chozo statue, we're gonna have to get something that breaks bomb blocks. There are 4 options. 2 of them would open up 230 bombs and power bombs. Obviously, 2 of them would have also allowed for gauntlet. That would have been bombs and screw attack, and we got the one that doesn't open up either of them. We got speed booster.
So we're going straight to green, Bryn. So
Yeah,
I believe our
speed's
other option is power bomb blocked, so we only have one way to go right now.
yeah, speed is one of those items where honestly this is probably the one mode where having speed there exactly as your progression through bomb blocks is probably the worst, because yeah, you just left the 230 Chozo behind and the gauntlet Chozo behind, and given how fast a lot of these things can run, it's gonna be hard to get back to either of those with any level of quickness, and depending on what's there, it could be you know pretty impactful, especially if it's like charge beam or something like that.
Oh, definitely. with speed being there, this could be one of those seeds that sends you down, then up. You have to go south, then north. And due to Kip's team name, I don't think he's going to enjoy that, if that has to be the case. If one of the comms is muffled, I'm sorry. I think I have a cold coming on like a lot of people do. I'm trying to speak clearly, but I'll do the best I can.
Yeah, if you could let us know which one of us is muffled, that'd be great. I've also been clearing my throat a little bit, but hopefully my mic is okay. As we see a high jump boots at our first Green Brinstar Chozo. So no speed without high jump movement for very long. So this is that's always nice to see. As
Nice combo.
points out, yeah, Dirt points out that as Gwen is doing with the speed booster, just running through this the intended way, Kip was like, I'm gonna mock ball because muscle memory exists.
Alright, if I'm a little quiet, I'll try and turn up the gain a little bit. I don't want to ruin your earbuds or your eardrums, so I'll be careful. But hopefully this is a little bit better.
Okay,
and now we're going
so
to Big Grin. We know Charge will be a location, but Wavegate and Mission Impossible and Waterway are pretty much useless to us in this mode. Just take too long to do it, and they're not major locations.
yeah, so here's the other thing. If this charge missile location is not some like autologic power bomb or whatever, we are fighting Spore Spawn and we don't have a choice. And it's not. So yeah, this is required Spore Spawn fight. We're either getting wait, hold on. I guess you don't, but yeah. I was thinking we couldn't get past this place, which was silly. But yeah, we just skipped 2 more Chozos.
We're fighting Spore Spawn because we care, and we miss our plant friend.
For some reason, my brain was telling me we still needed to get something else to break more bomb blocks to continue. I don't know where that idea came from.
Gwen heard you in the past. I think we are going to get our Spore Spawn battle.
So, I guess, yeah. What my thought process was, I very much can't tell you because now that I actually see it, it makes no sense. But this is yeah, this is a potentially huge play. It's there's only 2 items that get Gwen out. This could be what the seed wanted from them. It could not, and it could still bail them out. But obviously, as I stated earlier, Kip is one of our best runners, and Gwen very much knows that, and she's you know, in the underdog role. She wants to try and you know, spike something where Kip is, you know, unlikely to do this check in a lot of situations. As we see, that did come to pass. Kip is not going to the Spore Spawn right now, so he's headed to Norfair, where he can only do high jump. So you know, there are not a ton of there's not a ton of items that they can check Chozo wise that are, you know, the logical progression, and there's also not too many miners that can give them power bombs that would open up some things. Sorry. So this is it's honestly, it's not like that terrible of a play, honestly. The one thing that is a little unfortunate for Gwen, that screw attack that Kip just picked up does also open up Gauntlet. So
I do like this check from Gwen, though. The divergence in this type of seed, you don't see it as much, and I just like the effort going for it. I hope it pays off so we get a spicy race. Absolutely.
yeah, Chet's talking about
we can't
my
get out with it.
goodness.
We can't get out with it though. Oh my goodness. That's huge knowledge, but that stinks we can't get out with it.
So yeah, I was gonna talk about how Chat was asking about Ice Beam, which definitely is doable with these with this loadout. For one thing, we don't have any Chozo E tanks, so the whole run's word in logic, but also you need logically a power bomb or a bomb to get out. It's not gonna make you do Iceless Escape or Ice Escape for that matter. But yeah, so Gwen's just gonna go down to high jump and come back. That's my assumption. Like, you know where Varia is, and it's Varia. So we're gonna have to see how long it takes Kip to have that thought, and we're also gonna have to see if it lets him have any other options, frankly, because it might not.
Without, I mean, in Chozo mode without Varia, Kip will have to check some minor locations to get some energy tanks and do suitless stuff, which he probably wasn't planning on doing. So this could be good news for Gwen and T3. We'll just have to see. Maybe gravity would have been even bigger there in that situation, but I think this definitely gives a very interesting result here, and we'll see how Gwen decides to play it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that can happen right now. Obviously, we found our bomb progression that's gonna open up like all the other stuff that like speed doesn't do for you. For example, that spore spawn. And yeah, Kip had choices regarding like, doing some of these hell runs, which the low energy definitely, steers you away from that. There's a boss over here that he could check and 50-50 kill. But like without the power bombs still, like what you want, what you want is the power bombs, but like, it's just unknown when those are gonna be available and stuff like that. So yeah, Kip is gonna do this boss check.
And Gwen getting her screw attack in the meantime.
So yeah, so like all of the early stuff, like the Brinstar and Criteria stuff, we have access to now with the screw attack and the bombs.
I missed it. Where did Kip find the bombs?
Bombs are at high jump, and then wave is at ice beam. So it'll be interesting to see what decisions either of them make. Especially, my biggest thinking here is if, like, say this is Kraid vanilla, and it also gives you power bombs, which is possible. Like that's gonna open up Rex ship, which could lead people other places as well.
Do you think if Gwen gets these bombs, maybe she goes back up and does Spore Spawn again to get Varia?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the smartest play, is to just do that. Obviously, Varia is one of the most key items in any seed, especially. I mean, we're at 2 E-Taste right now. It's not looking the healthiest, and yeah, vanilla Kraid.
Let's see if Kip learned the Kraid quick kill yet. And looks like he did. Beautiful. And Gwen now with those bombs, we'll see if she decides to go back up for the Varia suit or check the Kraid boss. I think I would check the Kraid boss real quick since it's right here, just to see. But that might not be the best time decision. We'll see what she goes for. Kippen, meanwhile, is leaving Kraid's lair. And only with 3 tanks. I don't know what he decides to do next. Maybe go back up and search now that he has bombs and screw attack. Maybe go to Gauntlet, 230. Check out those other Chozos.
Yeah, the E-Tank is probably the first breadcrumb that the seed has left him. It's definitely a very, very small breadcrumb that you have to get your magnifying glass out to find, but it's there. And yeah, if Kip wants to be super safe and cover all his bases, he can take a counterclockwise route from like 230 to charge beam, and that'll get him everything he needs. If exactly alpha power bombs is power bombs, that's when things can get tricky. But to me it makes the most sense to just like, go back. It's not like you're eating a route inefficiency that was forced, so it's not like that's a choice you made that backfired. So yeah, we're gonna have to see.
This is just the time you're gonna have to use because of how the seed played out, not because you routed poorly.
So yeah, as we can see, Gwen did not check the Kraid boss, which I think I agree with, especially because Varia suit. So like, you go from 50-50 kill to 75-25 kill, potentially. Obviously, Gwen would need some more ammo for a Ridley kill, but not that much more. And yeah, interestingly, Kip comes here first, which is I don't think I would have done it this way, but this could work out. And there's our logical power bombs. This could work out if he also wants to check out Wreck Ship, but you might not want to check out Wreck Ship because, you're going to have Varian high jumping. You could go to Lorinor Fair and you could, check out Speedwave and Croc if you so chose. But yeah, we're all going to have options.
So both players making the same check here. That's really good news for Kip. Especially being a boss up. I know it's only Kraid, so it's not like a big boss up, but it does take some time to get in and out of that warehouse. So this is really good news for Kip.
Yeah, unfortunately for Gwen, Kip came here first. If he had, done what I was thinking, the counterclockwise route, Gwen could have possibly, decided to leave those other two upper map checks behind and just beelined it back to Norfair, and then would have taken Kip a little bit longer. But as we see now, I mean, they're pretty much synced up, but there's an extra boss kill for Kip, as well as he's a little bit of faster player in this matchup. So yeah, there's some decisions regarding basically just Wreck Ship and X-Ray right now. There's only one Chozo tank, so it's not quite in logic, but it might as well be, honestly, because like there's another Chozo tank somewhere. But yeah, it's obviously not the easiest strategy to pull off.
Both players deciding to go up here, and I do like this call. We'll see what Alpha PBs has in store for us.
Yeah. Saw some nice some angle down holding from Kip to not activate that screw attack. Those are the weirdest bomb blocks in the game, I'm gonna say. Like, why are they bomb blocks? It's it's helpful if you're like screw falling down red tower, but otherwise, like, why? But it's just to make things annoying when you have screw attack coming back up, I guess.
Now both players are the best beam in the game, so they won't have to worry about ammo anymore. Getting that spacer. Sweet!
Yeah. So for now, I'm kind of expecting them both to just do the same thing, if I'm being honest. Does look like Gwen is proving me wrong instantly. At the very least, she's checking beta power bombs. And Kip is doing this X-ray play. Typically, when you see runners take off all of their items, it's this is a pretty normalized setup. You get a deboost into ball, and then it sets you up real nicely for these well-timed waiver deboosts, and then you can turn your items back on the way back to get out faster. But it's the thing about speedrunners, you find one thing that works and you stick to it.
And very nicely done indeed by Kip there. Finding that awesome silvery, shiny smoothness. Definitely worth coming over here and spending that time. But Kip's good enough, he can make that up, no problem.
Yeah. So I think yeah, it seems like Gwen's plan has been to go ship. So on that front, I like the beta power bombs check for ammo because she's one super away from the 30 super Ridley, and Wreck Ship really sucks because it costs you like 3 supers to get to the boss and there's nowhere to farm. So like she has enough ammo in theory to kill Ridley here, but like actually getting into the boss room with enough ammo is the hard part. As Mode is not a super, that would have been really helpful.
Hopefully Spooky Missile will pay off. She might check the Ocean Missile here too, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely would. And yeah, it's the save at Red Tower is definitely good in the case that this is something that isn't doable or isn't going to be quick. The thing about it is right now it's basically like if this is Phantom, like Gwen has a chance depending on what items are here or whatever. And if it's not, like she's lost probably like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Um,
unfortunately, she doesn't know that Kraid is vanilla at this point.
yeah, I guess the other option that would be really good for Gwen is Ridley here with exactly gravity. The unfortunate thing about it, like I said, it's just like Ridley is hard to kill in wreck ship because there's nowhere to farm and you don't have charge beam. And she probably just wants to take off all of her items here. It makes getting across easier unless you're sparking. But if you're planning on a Ridley fight, you don't want to use all that health. So I agree with not sparking. Okay, I would have picked up the super from that Ripper that you killed with screw attack.
So if this is Phantoon, then we know for sure that Dragon and Ridley have swapped.
Yeah, question about like odds here. So from our knowledge perspective, there's exactly one boss. One of the 23 boss shuffle options is left that has Phantoon here because obviously, like you said, because we need a swap. If Phantoon is here, we know the exact one. If Phantoon's not here, there's more options. So I think it's probably less than 1 in 3, but to actually give you all of those, the exact odds I couldn't do. But yeah. As we see, Gwen, like if this is Ridley, Gwen's gonna be at like, I mean, if she thinks, yeah, she's even gonna use this super. So 15, 20, 11 is probably enough. It's Dragon though, so she's gonna stay.
I mean, the only way up right now is Crystal Flash, right? And that's gonna eat up all the ammo. And there's no
Well,
charge. Maybe is she doing this just to check the item?
I mean, there's three possibilities for getting out. There's the Crystal Flash. There's the item bailing you out, which is actually two chances, grapple and spring ball, depending on how good you are. And then there's the really dumb option, which is you know, riding Dragon to the top and killing her from the door. And yeah, there's gravity.
Yep, found gravity at wave.
Yes, I did
Okay.
not know all. There were 4 crumble blocks there. Okay, Gwen tried to Crystal Flash and died.
The
Honestly, probably a good
iframes were
outcome.
gone during that. Yeah. Throws her back to Brinstar.
Yeah, this was the red tower save. Like I said, that's definitely the place you want to save if you're gonna reset that red ship box. You're just closer to the rest of the map. But yeah, Kip has everything you could ever want except for charge beam right now, basically. So he's just gonna be running fast to the end of this seed, and I think one of the things that I'm most interested in Chozo seeds is once you're in this position, like how soon do you commit to ammo? Um, I think a lot of people pretty much do it as soon as they hit the go minus charge slash ammo. People also have varying opinions on screw attack. I think I'm probably in the minority of people that like doesn't think screw attack is like out of the way enough to just hate it and never check it, but I see a lot of people skip this in this situation.
Gwen has not done 230 or Gauntlet yet. But I understand this check, and unfortunately it's just not going to pay off because we saw Kip do it. Definitely not a bad check. For the sake of keeping the race closer, we wish she didn't do it, but you don't know in the heat of it. Kip
Yeah.
making his way through fast pillars, and we'll see either Ridley or Phantoon down here. Those are our only options left.
Yeah. Ooh, Kip tried to do. I believe he was trying to do the new route strat. Unfortunately, jumped a little low and missed the wall jump. But screw attack made it pretty easy to recover and get back to the top. So not in danger of worse room. And yeah, we don't have space jump, but our movement is really good, and we've got screw attack. So this is a pretty comfy LN, especially as far as a 4 tank LN is concerned.
Definitely. Both suits, high jump speed and screw. I think anybody would be feeling pretty nice down here. Kip deciding to not check Marky Moose. It's not going to be a major, but could get you some extra ammo. Or maybe even an E-tank.
Yeah, this is one of the things about, Chozo as far as ammo hunts are concerned is it's a little bit different as far as like, what items you're checking, what has more or less value than can be true in like major, minor, or full seeds. And then there's also the if you're checking what you think are just going to be minor locations, especially compared to major, minor, you might run into tanks. So that is a little bit worse on that front. But as long as you're committed and you like, you know what your situation is and where the items are and the places that you're going, usually you'll be fine. It's just it can get bad depending on, the distribution and, where you decided to put all the good stuff that you want versus where you check. So this is Vanilla Ridley.
The only Phantoon and Dragon swapped in this seed.
Yeah.
Slightly unusual for what I've seen, but like you said, there's what, 23 options, so
yeah, very very fast Ridley fight. Because of the Dragon and the Phantoon swap, there's like the only place the charge can't be from here is this location that Kip is checking and Croc. So yeah, that's one of those things. I think Chozo vanilla bosses, the charge hunt is a bit easier, and boss shuffle, the way that Meridia and stuff interact makes it a little bit harder because the Botswin gating removes some locations in a lot of situations, which doesn't happen here. So yeah, unfortunately Gwen, I think either shot too soon or just missed one of the supers, so got a little bit of a stand up here for Kraid.
nice, snuck 2 supers in there real quick to make it a little faster to stand up. So that was a good backup strat. And Kip, excuse me, Kip has a really nice route out of here. Just head through Meridia and then back up to the wreck ship boss and call it a day there. Obviously checking for some more ammo along the way. Probably at this point expecting not to drop by charge and find that. Because one of the locations are going to be behind bowling, and I kind of feel like this is how this seed's going.
Yeah, especially with these settings, I think if you don't find, if you're doing, pretty much what the route that Kip did, if you don't find charge with 4 lower Norfair, it gets pretty unlikely that you're gonna find it because the 3 Meridia locations all suck.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the boss one doesn't, but it's like it's at the end, right? And you're already, you want to be pretty close to done at that point. And then, if wreck ship is your last boss, you're usually not trying to check those locations either. So, especially with the late bomb / power bombs, isolating those first 2 early checks, which are pretty free charge locations as far as not really meaning anything logically. It's just it's harder to bank on it. So yeah, both of our runners are in upper Norfair now, but Kip's position is quite a bit better given where he is in the seed. No spore spawn fight, but got to that very very quickly. No wreck ship detour, and I mean, I'm sure he's gonna watch this and notice all of the minor things that he messed up his strategies. But other than the worst room hiccup, I couldn't tell you that I've noticed anything that he's not executed well.
Neither could I. His movement's been really clean. His decision making is logical, and now he's just storing up enough ammo for Mother Brain too, because otherwise he has everything needed to finish this up.
Yeah, he's also doing very well at finding two supers in one room. That's very good.
Gonna get a Bubble Mountain check from Gwen now. Already seeing what was there. Let's see, Kip looks like he's going straight to Meridia. And good point. Nobody checked the actual Bubble Mountain item at the bottom to see what that would be. But I guess it is, I don't know, slightly out of the way. Not as bad as some others, but
It's one of those things where if you don't think about it, it barely exists. Especially in Chozo when you don't want to be thinking about it, right?
for sure.
Gwen is also, she's not quite in the, Kit position where she's thinking about, the in-game charge versus ammo thing. She doesn't know she's about to run into gravity very quickly.
I hope she gets out of here. Okay, good. Taking those missiles after that room when you have speed is kind of dicey sometimes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure gravity was that wave. Right, Webb?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
And Kip blind sparked into an E-tank, but otherwise his ammo is it's looking pretty good right now, 55-45. See what Crab Supers has for him. Another E-tank.
Deciding against stand-up when he doesn't even have charge beam. Who would have thought?
I would say that's as far away as you can be from an item that you're that close to, which is a funny statement to make, but I think it's true.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
A third E-tank.
Another one.
This is where the seed wanted you to go if you wanted health. Which, Meridia enemies hurt. It's not the worst thing, but it's not what we're looking for. These are, fast racers and they don't need, that much health in the game. The game definitely has quite a bit. Some of the future 2D Metroid games would be a little bit less health friendly, especially as far as how much damage you take generally. This one, 14 E-tanks, full reserves on full suits. I think the most damage any non-boss does is like 50, so
50 with full suits. Yeah, I think that's right. It's the red key hunters.
Yeah.
Do that, so. See, guys, I'm learning a little bit. It's working out. Just in time for the playoffs, I learned a few things.
So learning is a lifelong journey.
Absolutely. Keep showing off the full halfy right here. Beautiful. And Gwen making her way to Lower Norfair. Obviously, we know Kip has Lower Norfair done, so Gwen is fighting from the tail end here, but anything can still happen. And she has the movement items to make this go quick, so it's not a huge deficit, but at this point, Kip is definitely in a comfortable position, whether he realizes it or not.
So Gwen is deciding to do this X-ray check. Kip found a nice third power bomb pack. No ice beam yet, and no real way to know if he's gonna find it or not. So that's gonna make those Metroid rooms not not luck reliant. Sorry, and don't have to think about stuff like that, which is always nice.
Just grapple beam down and screw.
And, textbook 2-round fight here from Kip. Gwen shows off the jump from the save room, or not the save room, from the energy refill room. That's they were talking about Gwen being a person who's run RBO in the past, so she's got all those knowledge and strats down. That was nicely executed. As yeah, Kip's blazing, and Gwen's also, I would say, yeah, playing pretty well. People are saying that Gwen has been doing well so far this randomizer season, and yeah, definitely. I would say both of the the non-standard plays that she went for, as far as fighting Spore Spawn immediately and going to the ship, shows that she was thinking about how she could take down this beast of a runner. Unfortunately, neither decision ended up moving the needle enough in her direction.
For sure. I definitely think they're smart plays, logical plays. Just didn't have the items there in the seed. But her movement's been really nice, and she's had a really fun race to watch so far.
So, I'm interested to see if Kip does either of the two checks that are decently quick in Wreck Ship, which would be right super and then behind Dragon. He's going to check this beta powerbomb location, which we know is vanilla. One missile and one super would be 60-40 equivalent for Kip, but he would probably still want a little bit more than that. But he is not far from that minimum ammo required, and my memory serves me right because of how few Chozos we've actually seen. I want to say there might even still be a Chozo Super out there that, wouldn't be the worst thing to find, honestly. And,
yeah, I was thinking with Kip's loadout and the ammo situation, it might be a good idea to just run through Gauntlet on the way to Torian, get those 3 item checks, and I mean, it only takes slightly longer with high jump and screw and speed.
Yeah, that's definitely a play. I did remember the missiles at Moat. I was not expecting a Spark to check the maze missile, just because that seems like it would be like, if it's a super, do you even want that? Like, it's kind of far away, but who knows?
I guess grabbing that maze item if it's a super is better than going bowling, but yeah, that was slightly surprising.
And yeah, I don't recall if Gwen checked Spooky. I want to say the answer to that was no, and if Kip does, it'll be the I don't know. If it's off, it's Spooky. If it's on, it's, I don't know, what do we call this? The danger zone?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Archer and Lana about that, or Kenny Loggins.
That's the new Dweb coined term. It's the
danger zone. I like it.
The danger zone.
And honestly, that room is more of a pain in the butt than Spiky Room of Death, because I never practice it when it's turned on.
Yeah, that's the one thing that Boss Shuffle does to this area. Yeah, in no vanilla category you're ever gonna. Well, okay, there's one vanilla category. No, there's none. There's no vanilla categories where you would go there with the ship turned on, unless you're doing 136 GT, because you do have to do Fantoon first. In the old GT Max, you would still have to. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're doing the crazy route, I'm rambling off topic though. We're gonna come back to the
Well,
race.
well, all right. I mean, we could do a meme category of grab spooky missiles when they're on, and see who could come up with the best time there. But speaking of the race, Gwen unfortunately missed her very first super on Ridley due to spawning iframes on Ridley, but cleaned it up very nicely with a quick fight and only 2 power bombs having to be used. It was pretty cool. Kip now finishing off Dre and pretty much ready to go to Torian. I would think at this point. Oh, supers. Kip
I was
might be
right about
good
a
now.
Chozo Super being available, and yeah, that is
You
gonna
were.
make this that's gonna make this ammo pretty comfy. I would say that of the things that he could have found there, probably only ice. I would say probably charge beam was maybe
Charge
third.
ice and that. Yeah.
Yeah, charge ice and that, but I think ice number one, and then I don't even know if the charge is better than the super because like you have so much ammo that like, and because you're already in ammo go mode, like what does charge beam do for you? Like nothing almost.
That's a solid point. I wonder if Kip is going to decide to just check Gauntlet for the heck of it now, or just go straight to Torian with this loadout, because I think 75-55 is enough for MB2s. Kip obviously knows the speed skip, so we'll see what he decides.
Yeah, 70-50 is enough with door refill, so 75-55 is it's frankly overkill. Kip is playing it so safe. Kip likes to talk about all the flack he gets for ammo pickups and playing overly safe, so hopefully he'll appreciate that little clip. But yeah, this ship refill is for all of the ammo that he needs, both for Mother Brain and for these powerbomb Metroids that he's about to complete.
Okay, so Gauntlet is no longer a thing, and Professor School giving me the knowledge as well that now we're at 75-55, no reason to check Gauntlet, just head straight down to Torian and take care of business.
Yeah. Even Ice Beam would have trouble breaking even, I want to say. Like, because of, the out of the way that you go to go get it. Like, I think a lot of people talk about this. The Ice Metroid rooms feel so much better, but they're not that much faster than power bombing them.
They feel fast
Especially-
because you're pressing more buttons and you're not waiting around for the power bomb lag frames to expire. So yeah, I totally get that. But it doesn't take a super long time for the peeps to do their job, and nice grouping strat here, just picking up all of them as he goes. This won't take long. Good old Kipper the Skipper, taking care of business. Although I think at this point, Kip might just want to get caught by the baby to refill the health anyway. Only 4 tanks left. I don't know. We'll see if he how much these do.
Yeah, that was my assumption as well, given how he played the first room. Because even if you get caught by all of them, as you can see, he's done in, I believe, even the second room, all 3 of them so far. With Screw Attack, you can, do some spin jumping and you won't take damage while Screw Attack's active, and then you're also not going to take damage while they're being hit by the power bombs. So, with this loadout, you can definitely save a lot of health. But yeah, even if, Baby Skip, I want to say, Baby Skip's probably, is it still faster if you're refilling health regardless? That's a question I have.
I think it would be, because you don't have to wait for Samus to stand back up, and I don't know. I don't think I've learned that much to answer that for you this season, but I'll keep trying. It just seems like it would be slightly faster.
Yeah, it's the cutscene for sure that is, in my head, it's tilting things in the favor of still doing Baby Skip, and as you see, yeah, Kip's going for it. I thought that second jump was a little bit fast actually, but yeah, that was very well executed. And yeah, this is also what I expected. You might as well just ammo that door if you're also going in here anyway. So, and by ammo I mean missiles because you can refill those. One day
One
we're
day
gonna
we
go
need to put
full
in the
Rando and make those missile things refill all of your ammo.
yes. Let's do that in one of the randos in the future. Please, people who are smarter than me and put these things together.
Today is
Have,
not
just
that day
have
though.
just have one of the modes do that at some point in the future. And the speed skip coming up. Let's see if he nails it, because this is a really nice time. Oh, just a little short there. Speed
Yeah, I
skip
want
is
to.
not trivial. That's even if you know it, it takes a little bit sometimes just to get that short charge right, especially
Yeah,
with the
I want to
door.
say he's still possibly on sub 50 pace. I want to say it'll be tight, but I think you can still get it. As long as this Mother Brain one is friendly, and it is.
66 and 44.
So 16 times 3 is it's 48. So that's how many missiles he has to hit. He has 66. So that's 18 leeway.
And with Mother Brain not taking the double super damage, we don't need as much missiles as we would for Ridley. Right? Or does that not make sense? Either way, Kip's in good shape.
Sorry, I was zoned out in my own math world. I didn't quite catch what she said.
That's okay. It was probably dumb. What matters is Kip's in good shape here.
Yeah, he had, like I said, with the 75-55, he had quite a bit of ammo to spare, and he might not have missed any of it.
I think he only missed one, if I saw correctly, but very nicely done. I think he needed to use all of them, but did anyway because hey, why not? Missiles fire fast.
He didn't want to give the Rainbow Beam the fulfillment of taking away any missiles or supers.
Yeah, you don't get the
Might
satisfaction. I'm using all my ammo.
right, might have caught a few power bombs, but that's it. Ooh.
And Kip is not going to be saving the animals because he knows they turn into the X-parasites later on. And just that's not the life you want to live, honestly. So you don't want to be an X-parasite. It's really hard on your back too. Messes with your spine and all that. And it's not good.
Glenn, I think, was actually really close to a 2-round finish, but couldn't quite make it super quickly enough. I just want to point out she had a pretty good fight. Yeah, that's gonna be boss number 3 down for Gwen. She's gonna leave Meridia, head to wreck ship, and yeah, we'll see how she feels once this dot down from Kip comes in.
I do like her attempt at divergence early on, and that's why she's behind, because she went for the Spore Spawn play, which ended up being what we wanted, just not in the order that we got it. And then she went for the Wreck Ship play, but not being able to defeat Dragon at the time. So I think she played very well. And I like the risk factor here, knowing that Kip is such a good runner. So I applaud the effort. That was really fun, and I think if Gwen took the same route as Kip, they're both in Torian here, because she has not been playing poorly at all. But yeah, it looks like Kip is going to get our first playoff race of the season in the bag, with looking like a sub 50. This is a really nice effort.
Yeah. think you would have to bonk the climb spark about 6 times to not get the sub 50 at this point. But yeah, I think we're gonna be coming in here hot real fast.
Got the Behe spark, no problem. Glenn with a nice mock ball on Meridia. And Kip is coming to the ship, so please get your GGs ready, as Southern Route and the Kipster have won their first match with a finishing time of GGs 49-33. Great job.
Yeah. Official race time 49 minutes 32 seconds, and yeah, race number 1 of season 4's playoffs in the books. Kip taking home that first victory. Gwen is seeing that finish, and she's gonna forfeit from this race, as we've been saying. No shame in the way that she played this. Definitely had some good movement and some good ideas. These didn't pan out for her. She's also I just noticed she is very far away from ammo. Only at 40-30. So yeah, makes sense from her position. And we are joined by Kip in the commentary booth. Good games.
Hey guys, GG.
GG's indeed, man. Nice run. Sub 50 chargeless. Great seed.
Yeah, not what I was expecting when I fired up the race seed today, but it just seemed like the kind of seed where that would be a competitive thing to do about halfway through. And so I kind of just went for it, and luckily it worked out. This is for all you YouTube haters out there. All right, enjoy the ammo.
May or may not have made a subtle mention to that at some point, but
I had a feeling. I actually the whole race I was like, man, this is going to be great if I win. It's going to be terrible if I lose.
Yeah, but D-Web got your back on the ammo already a little earlier. But that was really cool to watch. Very well done. What I wanted to know what was going through your mind when you made the decision to go back once you got bombs to check to Pink Bryn. Is that just like an automatic, like this is obviously where I need to go check some stuff, or did you have a couple options in your head at the time?
It just kind of seemed like the right thing to do. I guess the easiest way to describe, like, the power suit settings on the surface seem fairly straightforward, but I actually kind of feel like this is one of the biggest. In fact, I actually believe that of the 3 like games that we're forced to play, our teams, I actually feel like the power suit has the most potential for like a big wild swing. Chozo and vanilla map mixed with ball shuffle can get really wonky. So anyway, what I'm trying to do to combat that is I'm just trying not to overthink it, you know what I mean? And so it just felt like that was the correct play. Just needed to go back and kind of see what I could get there and then kind of take it from there. And luckily it, ended up being the right choice.
Yeah, we just got a peek at the gauntlet charge beam for our knowledge sake. Yeah, I was thinking you might have done like a little counterclockwise route starting at alpha power bombs if you wanted to get like all of the extraneous checks, but going where you did first obviously worked out very well. We actually saw on Gwen's side she did the spore spawn play very early and saw that it was various, so it was interesting to see that you both ended up actually right back there at the same time, but Gwen already knew what it was.
Oh, interesting.
And Gwen is with us now. Welcome, Gwen and GG's.
Hello, thank you, GG, Kip.
Yeah, GG. That was fun.
Yeah, I tried to take gambles because I felt like it was against the odds for me to be able to win, so I just did some like low chance to win plays.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Yeah, that's cool.
Early Spospo, and I went to Shift early, didn't find anything good, so I was happy to see the Varia suit at the Spospo, but then I thought it's really very likely that you would go back there when you got bombs. There weren't many other options.
Yeah, this one kind of, just forced us into a certain few plays. I mean, there was a few things that you might could do. Like, one of the things I was concerned about was like, I've seen some seeds this week in preparation where the power bomb, like the official first, Chozo power bomb, as well as the minor items, it was at alpha power bombs. So it's basically one of those you go in and you have to have it to get back out. And I was kind of hoping, I was like, man, I really hope it's not up there, and that she goes up there right away. But luckily for me, everything kind of just sort of flowed for me, and nothing overly wonky happened.
Did you get charge beam after bombs and before Varia? Because I just found that at Gauntlet.
Yeah, I did not get the charge beam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going and I realized, oh wait, I don't have Mother Vein ammo, so I needed to find out. Something like 10 more minutes, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn down a chance to do an ammo finish. So about halfway through, I was just like, all right, well, I'm just going to commit to this. And I actually quit checking majors. The only major I think that I checked at that point was Dragon at the very end. And it just happened to be the second Chozo Super, which helped me. So yeah, but it was a pretty interesting seed. I will say this, every time that you play, there's kind of two things. Some of it's decision making relative to how complicated the seed is, but then also just how you play micro wise. And I felt like I played really, really well micro wise tonight. So I feel pretty fortunate, to get that kind of performance in the middle of a race. But obviously I didn't hit every single strat, but overall I felt like I played pretty solid. So I'm pleased with the, how the practice paid off, and looking forward to whatever's next. Obviously, our team has 2 more games to go just to knock out the required 3 games, and then based on the record after that, we'll look at a game 4 or game 5 situation. But I'm planning on playing one of those games if it comes up, so I'll definitely still be practicing. But thank you, Gwen, for knocking this out early. I've got to go out of town tomorrow morning for several days, and so this just worked out really well. So thank you for scheduling with me.
Right, well, I was quite happy to get it done early too. Good luck to your team for the rest of the week, and we'll say, yeah, it should be good. It should be fun.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can definitely say from the admin's perspective, we very much like that people were scheduling stuff throughout the week. It's been obviously a week off, so we're happy to be back on the Speed Gaming Networks. We're happy to have some races, all throughout this week. We still got a few more to schedule, but so far everyone's been pretty good.
Yeah, I'll close with this real quick. I'm pretty pumped about a sub 50 ammo kill. But every single time, every season, I end up running like some really strong time relative to a certain situation. And the first thing I think is like, man, that's cool. Like, I don't know if that's going to be beaten. Somebody's going to beat it with ammo by the end of this playoff. I guarantee it. So I'll hold the championship belt for ammo kill for a little bit, but probably like tomorrow or something, somebody will come along and beat it. But anyway, I'm really happy with the sub 50 time. It's great.
Well, at the moment, you won't have to worry about losing the belt tomorrow, because the next games we have on the list are Wednesday. So you get to sleep with the belt for 2 nights at least.
Unless somebody in the race going on right now beats it.
Oh, that's true. There is one right now.
One now and one a little bit later. So yeah, we'll have to see how long the crown is held. But yeah, I also thought it was interesting. It didn't have to happen this way, but all 3 races today were the power suit mode. So get familiar with these before we see the rest of the modes. I don't think I have anything for the runners. If you do, Salty, feel free. I'm going to go ahead and give everyone a shout out in the chat, or I thought I was.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to the whole crew. Thank you for doing comms and tracking as well. Really appreciate it. It's always super fun to have these on stream, so appreciate everybody involved.
Absolutely. Very happy to do it for both you, Kip and Gwen, and big thanks to Baja Blood for coming through at the last moment and being able to track for us. That was huge. I don't think I have anything more either at the moment, so I'll close with this. Please follow Kip. Please follow Gwen. Thanks to Baja and D-Web and all the organizers that put this together. It's been a blast. Looking forward to more playoff action coming at you right now on another Speed Gaming channel. But until next time, we will see you next mission, and have an awesome night, everybody.